The Philadelphia Eagles enter this wild-card matchup with a significant edge, and it goes far beyond just talent or coaching schemes. The key differentiator is health and preparation. While the San Francisco 49ers have battled a season riddled with injuries, the Eagles have maintained remarkable stability among their core players. 21 of their 22 opening day starters are ready to take the field, a reflection of careful planning and consistent training under Nick Sirianni and the Eagles' medical team. This level of roster consistency is rare in professional football and becomes a decisive factor when entering the intensity of postseason play, especially against a team like San Francisco that has been stretched thin by injuries all year. San Francisco's history of injuries under Kyle Shanahan is well known. Since he took the helm in 2017, the 49ers have repeatedly appeared among the teams with the highest injury rates in the league, even during the 2023 season, when they reached the Super Bowl and pushed the Kansas City Chiefs to overtime. Injuries continued to challenge their depth. Despite these setbacks, the 49ers' resilience and Shanahan's leadership have allowed them to remain competitive. However, their injury-prone nature inevitably affects how opponents approach matchups against them. In contrast, Philadelphia's approach to player health has been methodical and disciplined, emphasizing recovery, training efficiency, and smart practice management, which has resulted in a team peaking at just the right time for playoff success. Philadelphia's commitment to health is not just luck, it is the result of intentional planning. After winning the Super Bowl the previous year and dealing with a shortened off-season, the Eagles made the calculated decision to rest key starters late in the regular season. Critics questioned the move at the time, but it was part of a broader strategy to ensure players were fresh, sharp, and capable of performing at their absolute best in the playoffs. That rest has paid dividends. The Eagles enter this wild-card game not only fully healthy, but with a tactical advantage, able to exploit the weaknesses of a 49ers roster that has struggled to maintain cohesion due to injuries and last-minute adjustments. The linebacker situation in San Francisco exemplifies the challenges they face. Injuries have forced the Niners to bring in new faces, including a former Eagles linebacker, Kaiser White, to patch gaps in the unit. White, who recorded 137 tackles last season with the Arizona Cardinals, now joins a defense already thin in experience. Alongside him, veterans like Eric Kendricks, who has a record of 9 straight seasons with over 100 tackles, and Curtis Robinson, a special team standout, form a trio that lacks the cohesion and coverage instincts of a fully healthy unit. Philadelphia's offense, led by Jalen Hurts, has thrived on exploiting these middle field vulnerabilities all season, particularly with crossing routes that create high-efficiency opportunities for yardage and scoring. The Eagles' timing, athleticism, and precise route execution provide an ideal matchup to exploit these gaps and create momentum-shifting plays. One of the most fascinating aspects of this matchup is the difference in team philosophy. The 49ers have historically relied on a rigorous, physically demanding practice routine that builds toughness but may contribute to long-term wear and tear. In contrast, the Eagles have embraced a science-driven approach, monitoring player workloads, prioritizing rest, and tailoring conditioning and nutrition to individual needs. This contrast is not theoretical. It is visible on the field. Philadelphia maintains consistency and performance throughout the season and into the playoffs, while San Francisco's injuries have limited their ability to sustain high-level play, making them vulnerable against a disciplined, healthy opponent. The Eagles' advantage extends beyond the passing game. Their rushing attack is poised to challenge the 49ers linebackers, who have struggled against the run. San Francisco's defense has allowed significant yardage on the ground in recent contests, often missing tackles or over-pursuing, leaving lanes open for Philadelphia's fast, intelligent backs. The Eagles combine strategic play calling with athletic talent and a healthy roster to attack through both the air and the ground, forcing the 49ers into defensive situations where mismatches are inevitable. By balancing these attacking methods, Philadelphia can stretch the field and force San Francisco into reactive play, creating opportunities that can swing momentum early in the game. Philadelphia's coaching staff faces the task of maximizing these advantages through precise game planning. The combination of crossing routes, route combinations, and play design is aimed at exploiting the Niners' weakened middle field coverage. Players like Devonta Smith and Dallas Goedert offer versatility that allows the Eagles to attack from multiple angles, creating space and opportunities for explosive plays. The careful integration of their skills into the offensive strategy amplifies the pressure on a 49ers defense that is compensating for injuries and lack of continuity, emphasizing how preparation and strategic execution can directly influence the outcome of a playoff matchup. The Eagles' passing game remains one of the most dangerous elements of their offense, and it is magnified by the health advantage they carry into this wild-card matchup. Jalen Hurts has developed an exceptional rhythm with his receiving cores, blending mobility, precision, and timing to create opportunities that challenge any defense. The chemistry between Hurts and his receivers, particularly on intermediate and crossing routes, forces defenders into split-second decisions that can lead to broken assignments and open space. For San Francisco, a linebacking unit disrupted by injuries and last-minute additions means that even fundamental coverage responsibilities can be exploited by Philadelphia's carefully orchestrated passing attack. Every throw is not just an opportunity for yardage, but a strategic probe designed to expose gaps and create scoring chances. Devonta Smith remains a critical weapon in this approach. His ability to gain yards after the catch makes him a consistent threat on crossing routes, and his speed stretches the field horizontally, forcing linebackers and safeties into uncomfortable matchups. Smith's awareness and agility allow him to adjust to coverage in real time, turning short passes into explosive plays and consistently keeping defenders on their heels. Dallas Goedert, operating primarily in the middle of the field, complements this dynamic by drawing attention from linebackers and safeties, creating multiple layers of threats. The combination of Smith's separation ability and Goedert's positional awareness provides Hurts with options on nearly every snap, maximizing the Eagles' flexibility and making defensive adjustments difficult for the Niners. The running game is equally poised to take advantage of San Francisco's vulnerabilities. Miles Sanders and the Eagles' complementary backs can exploit missed tackles, over-pursuing linebackers, and misaligned defensive gaps. Philadelphia's offensive line has maintained cohesion and health throughout the season, providing Hurts with protection and creating running lanes that allow backs to accelerate and make decisive cuts. This balance between run and pass forces the 49ers to defend the entire field, stretching their injured unit and magnifying weaknesses that have appeared over the season. Strategic mix-ups between inside and outside runs, combined with play-action passing, give the Eagles the ability to dictate the pace of the game and control the flow in ways that are challenging to counter when key defenders are unavailable or unfamiliar with new teammates. Offensive line stability has been another cornerstone of Philadelphia's success, with starters performing at full capacity. Hurts can confidently skim the field, execute complex plays, and adjust on the fly without facing immediate pressure. Lane Johnson and the veteran linemen provide not only protection, but also an understanding of timing and blocking schemes that keeps both the passing and rushing games effective against the 49ers front that has been depleted by injuries. This advantage becomes magnified, allowing the Eagles to sustain long drives, convert critical third downs, and maintain control of the game clock. Consistent line performance is often overlooked, but is crucial in playoff football, where the margin for error is minimal, and Philadelphia's advantage here directly translates into offensive efficiency and scoring opportunities defensively. The Eagles are positioned to capitalize on San Francisco's challenges across the field, with an experienced secondary capable of disguising coverages and reacting to offensive schemes. Philadelphia can force errors and generate turnovers at pivotal moments. The depleted linebacker group in San Francisco creates mismatches that the Eagles can exploit, whether through design passing concepts or aggressive defensive play calling. Philadelphia's defenders have been trained to read tendencies, anticipate plays, and respond quickly to offensive movements, creating a dynamic approach that can frustrate opponents and swing momentum. This adaptability is critical in a playoff setting, where every misstep can have outsized consequences, and Philadelphia's ability to execute across multiple defensive fronts gives them an advantage that goes beyond mere talent. Special teams, though often overlooked, also play a subtle yet decisive role in playoff matchups. Field position, punt and kickoff coverage, and the potential for explosive returns can shift momentum in ways that affect both offense and defense. The Eagles have invested in disciplined, reliable special teams units, and in a matchup against a team with limited depth like the 49ers, these units could provide crucial advantages. A well-timed return or a key coverage stop could set up scoring opportunities or create psychological pressure that compounds the Eagles' already considerable edge in health and cohesion. These small but critical factors can often define the flow of postseason games, emphasizing the importance of preparation and execution in every phase of play. Philadelphia's preparation extends beyond physical readiness to encompass mental sharpness and situational awareness. Nick Sirianni's philosophy of controlled practice intensity, tailored nutrition, and recovery ensures players peak at the right moment. Mental readiness is as important as physical health. And the Eagles' structured approach has created a team capable of making rapid in-game adjustments, reading defensive alignments, and exploiting mismatches effectively. Each player knows their role, understands the game plan, and can make decisions under pressure with confidence, creating an atmosphere where execution becomes second nature. In contrast, the 49ers' high turnover in personnel and ongoing injury issues challenge their ability to perform at this level consistently, highlighting the gap in preparation between these two postseason contenders. For the 49ers, the challenges are compounded by the need to integrate new players like Kaiser White into critical defensive roles. Chemistry and continuity are difficult to establish with limited practice time, and Philadelphia's methodical offense is well prepared to exploit these gaps. Hurts and the Eagles' offensive coordinators are likely to focus on probing the middle of the field, using precise reads, and leveraging speed and athleticism to force the Niners into reactive situations. Every snap presents an opportunity to widen gaps, create mismatches, and capitalize on defensive hesitations, further enhancing Philadelphia's ability to control the tempo and flow of the game. The Eagles' combination of health, talent, and strategic execution positions them to not only compete but dominate in this matchup. Offensive weapons, a cohesive line, and an adaptable quarterback create opportunities for big plays in both the passing and rushing games, while the defense and special teams units add layers of control and momentum management. Every facet of Philadelphia's preparation, from individual player conditioning to in-game adjustments, has been designed to exploit the weaknesses of a depleted opponent while maximizing their own strengths. This comprehensive approach provides a clear advantage and sets the stage for a playoff performance, where precision, discipline, and execution will define the outcome. The dual-threat nature of Hurts, combined with the versatility of Smith and Goddard, allows Philadelphia to attack from multiple angles on every play. Defenders like Kendricks and Curtis Robinson, limited by injuries and new additions, struggle to maintain assignments, giving the Eagles opportunities to expand the field and create explosive gains. Whether through carefully designed passing schemes or calculated rushing plays, Philadelphia has the tools to control the game, maintain tempo, and exploit every weakness. The offensive balance, health advantage, and preparation ensure that the Eagles are capable of sustaining drives, generating scoring opportunities, and keeping the 49ers on the defensive throughout. FlyEaglesFly News Family, smash subscribe and hit like. Your support keeps the freshest Philadelphia Eagles updates flying in. Drop your take in the comments and let's talk birds. Total surprise has taken over the league corridors and social media timelines after whispers turned into loud rumors. Major stars are said to be on their way to the Eagles, and the buzz is growing by the minute. According to sources close to the situation, ESPN has acknowledged that negotiations exist, which immediately ignited speculation about a bold and aggressive move from Philadelphia's front office. Nothing is officially sealed in public documents yet, but the tone around the league suggests something big is unfolding behind closed doors. One of the names most frequently mentioned is Jordan Love. League insiders describe him as a central piece in these discussions, a player whose profile would dramatically reshape the Eagles' offensive identity. Love is seen by many as a quarterback with untapped potential, strong arm talent, and leadership traits that could thrive in a system built around versatility and speed. The idea of him wearing green has already fueled intense debate among analysts and fans, some calling it a master stroke, others labeling it a high-risk gamble. The second star remains surrounded by even more mystery. Sources intentionally vague hint at a player with star power on both sides of the ball, someone capable of changing games without needing constant spotlight. This secrecy has only added to the intrigue, with speculation ranging from a proven veteran seeking a new challenge to a younger standout looking for a franchise ready to bet big. What makes this rumor especially explosive is the timing and ambition behind it. The Eagles are widely believed to be positioning themselves for an immediate leap, not a gradual rebuild. Bringing in stars at once would send a clear message to rivals. Philadelphia is not waiting patiently, it is pushing its chips to the center of the table. Until contracts are formally announced, uncertainty remains. Still, the mere possibility of Jordan Love and another elite name joining forces in Philadelphia has already shifted conversations across the league. If these rumors hold even a fraction of truth, the Eagles may be on the verge of one of the most talked about moves of the season. That's a wrap from FlyEaglesFly News. If you want the fastest Eagles updates, subscribe, drop a like, and turn on the bell. Sound off in the comments. Let's talk birds.